So a while back, I tried Légère's original classic synthetic bassoon reed. And to put it lightly, the reviews were mixed. I'm done. 1 out of 10. It's trash. I think Légère saw this video because they were kind enough to reach out to me to send me the new and improved signature bassoon reed. My name is Bassoon Dan, professional bassoon player. I'll be looking at the overall construction of the reed, and of course, I'm gonna play on it to see if it's any improvement over the original classic. Let's open it. Ooh, yeah. Whoa! So they actually sent me 2 of these things. One in yellow and one in green. Oh, okay. So the golden one is medium and the green one is medium soft, which I'm told this is a new thing. They also sent me a tag and a microfiber cloth. They also included a card with a bunch of words that explain the differences of the signature bassoon reed. I'm not gonna read the whole thing, but I'll leave it on screen if you guys wanna take a look at it. So, first impressions so far, pretty nice packaging. It's very similar to the classic ones. Nothing crazy here. So, as I said before, here's the medium soft. I'm gonna open it and get that unwrapped for you guys. Just like with the other reed, it comes in a nice little single reed case. I know, it's weird. But yeah, you have a double reed inside of a single reed. Let's take a look at this real quick. So if we just take a look at this reed opening here, it's actually very similar to what I would play on here. In fact, let's compare it to one of my reeds. Okay, so this is one of my reeds. This is going to be the control reed for the rest of this video. And side by side, the overall length is about the same, which is, oh, it actually is, yeah, pretty much the same length. A big difference, and you guys will see it here, that this synthetic reed does not have any wires, which I'm gonna touch upon when I go into the reed making aspect of it, but tip opening looks pretty good, and length overall looks pretty good as well. Now, this is the green one, pretty much the same packaging, same single reed case. So for newer bassoonists or people who aren't bassoon players, medium soft refers to the strength or how it feels like when you're blowing through it. So think of it as like reed strength on a clarinet. So a 2, a 3, or a 4, that's kind of what medium soft, medium hard, that's what all that means. Pretty similar reed opening. I can tell from feel here that the medium soft is much easier to press down than the medium, which is a good thing. So you want medium soft reeds to be easier to play on. So that's a good sign. Compared to my own reed, hey, pretty similar as well, pretty similar in length. Again, missing the wires, but hey, we'll see what happens here in a little bit. Now, an important thing for any new reed is, does it fit on the bocal snugly? So I have my Heckel bocal here. Let's see what happens. All right, so far so good. Time for the medium soft. All right, passed with flying colors. So overall, yeah, pretty similar to the previous classic model. However, it's hard to describe this on camera, but you can actually feel the scraping or the gradations on the reed here. It feels very natural. It feels just like a regular traditional cane reed. So really good right off the bat. Ooh, yeah. So one of the things double reed players will do is crow on the reed to make sure it vibrates properly. Now, one of the benefits of having a synthetic reed is that you don't need water, which is good. I don't have to dip it in water. It is just take it straight out of the box and put it in your mouth. Right, so here's the medium. All right, pretty good. Honestly, for a medium reed, a little bit easier than I thought it would be. So, you know, that's fine. I'd rather it be too easy than too hard. I realize I should have done this earlier, but here is a control reed, aka my reed. That's a normal-ish crow. Again, here's the medium. pretty good. And the medium soft. Huh. Alright, well, they weren't lying. When they said medium soft, it really is medium soft. This is significantly easier to play on than this. Almost too easy. Like, I barely have to put any pressure on my mouth or any air through it. So, for a, beginner, intermediate, younger player, or newer player, you might start off with this. It's actually very comfortable. And then both. Why not? Sick. The last time I reviewed the classic bassoon reed, I tested it on only my current instrument, which is a Heckel 6000. Now, for most of my viewers out there, you guys are probably not playing on a Heckel instrument. So, in order to keep things fair, I'm going to be testing these reeds out on 3 separate instruments. I will be playing on, of course, my own bassoon, the Heckel 6000 series. I will also be playing on the Fox 660, which is their professional model. And I'll be playing on everyone's favorite bassoon, the Fox Renard 240, which is a much more budget-friendly and intermediate level bassoon. I will be judging each reed on 4 distinct categories: low register response and softness, intonation and stability, high register and resistance, and rapid articulation. I won't be saying much, I'm just gonna play it on all 3 bassoons, and I'm going to let you decide what you think. I promise it's the horn and not me. Oh man, I'm working up a sweat right now. First off, let me just say, I don't own any of the Fox instruments, so they're not mine. I'm not used to them. If I mess up during that, it's because of that and not really the reed. Personally, for me, I don't know how well this translates on camera, but I struggled a lot with this yellow reed, the medium strength reed. It's a little bit too firm for what I like it to be, and because of that, it was significantly harder to tongue and bring up to pitch. In fact, I had to use so much face on this reed that it fell off of the bocal in one of the takes. Of the two Légère reeds, I like the medium soft the most. Resistance wise, it is very similar to my own reed, and I had much less problems playing and articulating. Now, some people like their reeds really hard. I'm really not that person. My reeds are pretty free blowing. And because of that, I actually like this green one, the medium soft, way more than this medium one. Now for both reeds, from my ears, they sound much darker, much calmer than my own reed. Now, for some people, that may be a good thing. Maybe you want a darker, more bulbous-y bassoon sound in your playing. It's a good ensemble sound, but if you're playing as a solo instrument, you'll have a much harder time projecting. Yeah. With synthetic reeds, they're pretty much, you get what you get right out of the box. Now, as the bassoon player I am, I could try to adjust these reeds, and I know I've had people tell me, yeah, you could adjust synthetic reeds, but I am not that confident it will react well, and I don't know how this material will react if I do scrape on it. So, for the sake of this video, I am not going to adjust anything. Not even the easy ones. So when you first learn reed making, one of the first things you learn is what to do with the wires, like squeeze this wire, squish this wire, etc. Obviously with these, there are no wires whatsoever, so if I were to say open up the reed, I would squeeze the first wire like this, but there's no wires, so I can't really, I don't know if that will have any effect. So same thing with this reed. So a pro and a con about synthetic reeds. You don't have to worry about reed making. But since you don't have to worry about it, it also gives you less flexibility when it comes to it. So please keep that in mind. Yeah. So why get a synthetic bassoon reed? Number one, instant playability. You take it out of the box, you put it in the horn. You don't even need water. You just place it and you play. It is incredibly weather resistant. So if you have to say, I don't know, play outdoors, gross, this reed will do you just fine. It's also incredibly consistent. Because you're dealing with an inorganic material, this will take way longer to break down. There's no adjustments due to the weather, so you can play this indoors, outdoors, underground, on a plane, wherever. It'll play all the same. Now, some of the cons is the price. Oh my God. Each one of these synthetic reeds from Légère cost 150 USD. I don't know what that is in whatever country you're watching this, but it's 150 for me. Now, because of the lack of personalization, you can't really do a whole lot more to these reeds, so if the reed is a little too dark for your liking, like for me, it's a little too dark for me, I can't really do anything. I know exactly what to do if it were a regular reed, you know, but I'm kind of scared. I spent so much money, or I would have spent so much money. I would be very scared to try to adjust this and then mess it up, and then there goes $150. Now, unless if you get to play the reed before you buy it, you don't know exactly what strength will suit you. Going into this video, I thought I would be okay with the medium reed, but it turns out I'm more leaning towards the medium soft reed. So if I did only buy one and bought a medium, I would immediately regret it. Now knowing the pros and the cons of the new Légère signature bassoon reed, it is up to you to decide if the price tag of $150 is worth it. Or you could also use that money and just get yourself 5 high quality bassoon reeds. Not for me, I don't sell them, but other people will sell them, so go check them out. Ooh, yeah. So my final verdict really depends on who these reeds were made for. If you are a doubler, meaning you play other instruments other than the bassoon, say like saxophone, clarinet, flute, whatever, and you don't want to deal with making your own reeds or buying more reeds in addition to whatever other fees you have going on, then it's not a bad pickup. You can get through a few gigs with this. If it's not too exposed, then hey, why not? Now, if you have a bunch of outdoor gigs, or God forbid, you have a marching band bassoon solo outdoors, this will suit you a little bit better than a normal reed. Now, if you're a parent watching this video, I'm sorry. No, but seriously, if you're a parent watching this video, if you just want to buy this one reed for your child in, I don't know, the 6th grade, and just to be like,
hey, don't bother me about reeds, take this one reed and shut up and move on and do something else.
Now, if you do decide to go that route, I highly recommend the medium soft, as it'll be much easier on their face, and they'll enjoy their bassoon playing experience much, much more than if they try to play a medium. In this case, short term, it'll work. You'll be happy, you get to hear a decent bassoon sound. Child will be happy because they get to make a decent bassoon sound, and your band director will be happy that your child is making a good bassoon sound. But long term, eventually, when they do decide to switch to a traditional bassoon reed, then there may be an adjustment period. It shouldn't be too crazy, but just be aware that going from this to this may take a little longer than you think. So here's my final statement with the Légère signature bassoon reed. As a professional bassoonist and also apparently an bassoon I don't know, bunk? I have the blessing and the curse of being able to make my own reeds from scratch. So naturally, I'm a little bit biased. Of course, I'm going to say a traditional bassoon reed is better than a synthetic bassoon reed. But I will say this, synthetic reeds have come a long, long way, and these are significantly better than the first iteration, the classic bassoon reed. They've gotten so much better in recent years that, I don't know, maybe in about a decade, this might be more prevalent in the music industry. Regardless of what you think, whether if you're old school traditional like me, or if you're more new gen, you know, synthetic reeds are the way to go, I implore every bassoonist out there to at least try one of these synthetic reeds. Even if you had a bad experience in the past, I implore you to try these out and just have an open mind. I definitely enjoyed these way more than I thought. I'm going to stick with my own reeds just because I've already made a ton of them, but I will make space for these synthetic reeds in my case as a backup. You never know. Again, thank you so much to Légère Reeds for sending me their latest product for review. If you are interested in buying one yourself, I will put a link in the description down below. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe. Share this with your band friends. Why not? Until then, keep practicing, and I'll see you very soon.